Welcome back to in.pencil Plays. My name is Jess,
And I'm Adam.
and as you can see, we are playing today the Stanley Parable. This is part 2 in our series to try to find all the exits and all the fun and disturbing existential quandaries that this game is. Last time we were able to jump off the bridge. No, not the bridge. We jumped
The
off
staircase.
Until we died.
Yeah.
We discovered a mind-controlled factory, I think. I can't remember what else we did.
I don't know. Well, let's just get back into it.
Yeah, let's just play.
Yeah.
The end is never the end, is the end.
Yeah. As we go along, we have to like each decision that I make go through like, oh, you've already done that before, so you gotta do the other thing or whatever. You know what I mean? Like just
Do you
so.
think
What's that?
Are you talking about like we need to do that?
Well, we need to make sure that because we're going down different paths or whatever, so we need to make sure we're not going down the same path we went down last time, or whatever.
True. Yeah. The smart thing we could do is have one of us actually. Well, Adam's playing the game. I'm just watching. So the smart thing is me to keep up with a list of all the endings and try to make sure Adam hits them all. I'm not doing that because I don't remember them all, and some of this is just fun trying to play this without remembering much of it.
Yeah. It's not supposed to be staged. This is supposed to be an experience.
Or is the stage an experience? Maybe we are being controlled
Possibly.
by playing this game.
The loading bar is controlling me right now. Like,
Yes.
come on.
This is a long loading bar. Granted, this game came out many years ago, so this is an old game. There's supposed to be an update, new game coming soon, hopefully, and maybe they'll update the loading.
Yeah, it'll come out next year, and we'll do a revised playthrough.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Okay, we've seen this already, so let's just skip
Stanley.
this. All right, so we're at the computer.
Yes.
All right.
Now, where is everybody?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Right.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Yep.
They weren't here.
So we gotta go to the meeting room. Or wait, we went to the meeting room last time, right?
We did go to the meeting room and we went up to the boss, and that's how we found the mind control.
Come on.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Right, and I'm not doing that this time.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and
Right.
Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I
No.
like to admire a good employee lounge.
I mean, there's not even...
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
Yeah, but there's nowhere to
Stanley
eat.
simply stood here, drinking it all in.
I'm trying to talk, dude. There's nowhere to eat in here.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Yeah, I'm not doing that either. Not doing that either. We did go in
Okay.
here
Stanley
before.
was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Yeah, I know. You just see me at work, my real job. Alright, so...
Do not jump off the edge. Penalty for misuse.
Oh, $1,000. They're gonna cut your pay for $1,000 or $5,000 if you jump off the cargo lift. All right, we're gonna do that for sure.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Let's do this foot
I'm
here.
not your enemy. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley.
Yep.
Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Wait, what?
I don't know. What did that say? Very.
Puff? All right, back to the beginning. I guess that was an ending then.
All of his co-workers were gone.
We found an
What could it
ending.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So are you going to take the same route this time, not jump off the edge?
Yeah.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
No, I don't care about the employee lounge.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not
Yes,
immaculate.
This room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Still not doing that.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Okay.
Look, Stanley, I think
where's
perhaps
this
we've
gonna take
gotten
you?
off on the wrong foot here.
Last time I jumped
I'm
off
not
went
your
over there.
enemy, really, I'm not.
So we'll see where
I
this takes
realize
me.
that investing your trust in someone else can
Oh,
be
we're going up.
difficult, but the
Yeah.
fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
I mean, yeah.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Called the Stanley
Someone
Parable.
you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is
Her.
it, Stanley.
Ooh.
Your chance
Lore.
to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life.
Who is her?
She's been waiting.
Who is her? Oh, is
I
it
don't
that? Is it that girl that was out on the street, like whenever I died, like the first time or whatever?
I don't know. Where are we going into?
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another. Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that?
With my
You
button.
actually chose incorrectly?
Oh.
I didn't even know that was possible.
Well.
Let me double check.
And here's a surprise.
No,
Is he going
it's
through his
definitely
notes?
here, clear as day.
He's going through his-
Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another.
Oh.
Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action.
Yeah.
How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken.
Am I
This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices.
Am I
And to
still
think I've
married,
been
though?
letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Okay.
Choice. It's
Oh.
the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
What?
Okay.
Oh, it's,
My goodness. You're supposed to say it now.
my goodness. What am I supposed
Is it... My goodness. Is it 4:30? I'm supposed
Excellent.
to...
Oh, I would tell
Making
it.
choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day.
Oh.
Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
All right.
welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
No.
All right. Oh,
So. Okay.
so look, now there's a fence here.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we
don't want you
can't
jumping
have
off.
Jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all.
Yeah.
We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Yeah. Are you
All
talking
right.
about 21st century America, or are you talking about this game? Oh,
Maybe
get back
it's...
on.
Oh, good idea. It won't do anything. Oh, so why is it having me go back? What's over here?
It's having.
Okay. These drawers drive me crazy. What? Okay, so I'm not entirely sure what's
No.
going on right now.
We're doing everything in reverse.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Okay. If you say so.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would.
Okay.
That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm
Okay.
quite sure you'll be up to the task.
I'm
Just
sure.
follow my lead and you'll be fine.
Okay.
All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Fuck your rules!
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction.
I
That's
literally-
not too late.
It won't let me do anything else.
It's funny.
Fine.
It's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I
Get Chris out of the broom closet.
No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Fire paper. I was reading that. Okay.
Okay, what just happened?
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed.
You did it.
It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see?
I think he's
Didn't I
mad.
impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it.
Oh, okay.
That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it?
Language.
That
Oh,
there's
I
a
wonder if we can get up
world
there.
outside of you.
No, I can't jump.
You're a child.
That's nice.
Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect.
see it.
I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard
Okay.
to behave exactly as Stanley would.
What the-
That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task.
I'm still not
Just
gonna
follow
do-
my lead and you'll be fine.
No.
All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
On the right, right?
Yeah.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry. Behave exactly as Stanley would.
It resets me.
That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When
This is
Stanley
wild.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry.
It always resets me.
Behave
It's
exactly
like a
as
save
Stanley
state.
would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
Fine.
All right.
I'll go through your fucking door.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yes. But I'm not doing anything else you ask. Nothing else. Look, your meeting room is all back to normal again.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Nope.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I'm not going to the boss's office. We already did that part. We're not doing that again.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, I can't go down. Before I could go downstairs.
Yeah. It is now making this very...
Linear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled,
This
Stanley wondered
office
in
is different.
disbelief
Yeah, it
who
is.
orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Night Shark 115. The night.
I don't think you can speak.
Stanley spoke the code.
I'm trying to.
Night Shark 115.
Yeah, I did that.
He spoke it into the receiver.
Right here.
There on the wall.
Yeah. Is that? Where's the receiver? Is this not the receiver?
That has to be the receiver.
I'm
Night.
sorry, is there a problem?
Yeah.
You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Stop yelling at me.
Yeah. No, my mama.
Okay, fine. You're
Fine.
not going to do it.
Open it
but
for
you
me.
know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do.
So-
I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right.
I
You
did.
could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward.
What the hell? I did do that.
When Stanley came to a set
What?
of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Where are you now?
I'm above the room. That's
Stanley?
Stanley, right?
That's Stanley.
Are you
Hi, Stanley.
okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
The end.
The
I need
end.
you to walk through the door.
The end is not the
Listen
end.
to me. Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is
We
important.
have credits.
The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without
beat
you.
the
Do
game.
you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together.
We've
I'll
done
accept
it.
Whatever you do, I simply need you to take that step forward, please.
Step forward, Stanley.
Choose.
Go for it. You can do
Do
it.
something.
Can you go anywhere else?
Anything.
Uh,
This is more important than you can ever know.
no, there's an invisible wall.
I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure
1999
your
is when
choice
this game
correct.
started.
That is the best choice.
Wow.
That's all right.
Come on, Stanley.
Or
I'll wait for you to decide.
where the
what's
assets of
right
this
thing
game
to
started, I
do.
guess.
Take as much time as you need.
So that's it. We're just gonna stand here.
And watch it burn.
Oh, okay. There's a loading screen.
The end is never the end, though. We beat the game.
I can't think of any alternative options we could have done. We've already done everything else we could do, I think.
You could have answered the phone.
Oh, let's go do that.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally.
Yeah.
This is great,
Wait.
he thought to himself.
What?
This is what I've wanted
It's
all
different.
along. I got what I wanted.
Is it?
His voiceover is different.
Oh.
I wonder if there's other things you can do at the beginning different.
Well, I mean, it's linear until this point.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Which one brought me to the phone room? It was left, right? No.
No, it's right.
Yeah, it was right. Yeah.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room,
I know that.
and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
And then
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I don't care about the
The
employee.
lounge was sublime.
There's not even a
work of
freaking
art.
table in here to eat
What
on.
was it about this room
Or a
that
refrigerator.
called so deeply? But eager to get back to business,
There's just
Stanley
papers
took the
everywhere.
first
Yeah, I
open
know.
door
what kind
on
of
his
terrible
left.
business is
This
this?
is a mess. Alright.
Oh yeah, and you
Stanley
go
was
through
so
here
bad
and
at
you go
following
up.
directions. It's
You take the
incredible he
this
wasn't
thing over
5
there.
years ago.
Yeah.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's
Okay.
someone you've
Nothing
been
but you.
neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Yes, yes, yes.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley.
What happened?
I don't know.
Huh?
Am I back in my office?
Oh, Stanley, is that you?
Yeah.
Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your
What?
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
It's kind of messed up. Did you actually get... What the hell?
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Oh. Good morning, employee 427. Press X on your gamepad. Okay, X.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He
Wow.
has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
If I press any other button but X, it won't do anything.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Wow. Press RT to watch TV. RT.
And so he began to fantasize
It's just
about
turning
his
back
own
into my
job.
office.
First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his
Yes.
co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
To spend time with the boys.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Press LB to prepare dinner.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it
A baby?
The Stanley Parable.
What baby? I didn't see a baby.
Roll credits.
It was
Oh, wait,
such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
I didn't see a baby.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And
Okay.
I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
I'm not gonna do it.
You're listening to him.
I know.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that
You
he'll
push the button?
understand that
Yeah.
every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Press LB to question nothing. I'm not gonna press LB. Let's just wait and see what happens. Not pushing LB. I'm gonna push B instead. Yeah, every other button I push doesn't do anything. Yeah. Do you think I should push it now? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know if it
Suppose
has
I
like a
can't,
timer on
Not
it.
in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button.
Wow.
And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I
Well, that was dark.
Well, I mean, I don't think this game is not dark. It has some things that we have no control over our lives, and work becomes our home, and we question nothing, and we.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Yeah.
We have
What
no
could it
free
be?
will.
Where's the baby?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I don't know where the baby is.
Alright. Let's see if we can find the
When
baby.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah.
Okay, where are we now? We are in the
Yet there
conference
was not
room.
a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley
Let's go in the
decided
broom
to go
closet,
up to his
live in the
boss's
broom
office,
closet.
hoping he might find an answer. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here.
No.
So he turned around and got back on track.
Go back in. Alright, I gotta go past it.
Maybe we have to trigger it.
Go back around. Look, the staircase is down now. You can go down.
Interesting.
There was
No.
nothing here.
Oh.
No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet.
Yes, I'm
No
well aware.
reason to still be here.
Yep.
Nope. None whatsoever. But here we are.
This is my home now. I'm staying here.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with. Coming to a staircase, Stanley
shit, let
walked
me out.
upstairs to his boss's office.
Yeah, I'm going downstairs. I want
We
to see
do
the baby.
downstairs before.
I don't remember. I want to see the baby. What
Red
baby?
light.
But
Oh, it's the
Stanley
car
just
room.
couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive
He might
economy,
be.
why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished.
Can you go
His
back the
boss
opposite
would think
way?
he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley.
The door
Maybe,
closes.
he thought to himself, maybe I
Yep.
am crazy.
Maybe.
All of my co-workers
Caught in a
blinking
loop.
mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley
No
pondered
logical
this,
sense.
he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close
Look down.
automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This
He's
is all
dreaming.
a dream.
It makes sense.
What a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an
Pop,
answer,
fizz,
an
fizz.
explanation.
Oh, what a relief
His
it is.
co-workers weren't actually
say that.
gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
Yeah.
So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's
So we
asleep, he doesn't
have
have to
seen
take
this
responsibility for
ending
himself?
before. I don't
Stanley
see a baby.
is as awake
I think
right
there's a
now
way out- a
as
way
he's
out.
ever been in his life.
Yes.
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream.
Yeah.
Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself.
And he wakes up
I'm through
in the
with
world
this
of
dream.
Fallout.
I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's
And
all I
Todd
want.
Howard is there.
I want my apartment and my
And
wife.
Fallout guy
my
is
job.
there.
All I want
Fallout
is my
Boy
life
is
exactly
there.
the way it's always been.
Both the band
My life
and the
is
kid
normal.
from the Simpsons
I am
comic
normal.
book.
Everything will be fine.
And Mario is
I
there.
am okay.
All right, let's wake up so we can actually proceed with what we're trying to do here. We're trying to
And
find
Master Chief is there.
Master Chief.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley.
Oh my
I have a
God.
boss. I have
Wake
an
me
office.
up.
I am
Wake
real.
me up inside.
Please, just someone tell me I'm
Wake me
real.
up.
I
I
must be
can't wake
real.
up
I must
inside.
be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Jesus. This game is intense.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Oh, yeah, that's where he died
Oh
in the
yeah, it was
concrete.
standing.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of
So
work.
it seems like
But on
it's
this
probably going to take
particular
us a
day,
while to
her
find
walk was
the
interrupted
quote-unquote
by
baby.
the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking
Maybe
and
this is a good
screaming
time to
himself,
stop
and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
and start
And
back
although
up
she would
next
soon
time.
turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the
As
strange
we've seen
man.
this ending before.
He was obviously
This is gonna
crazy.
take us some time,
This
people.
much she knew.
Yeah, we didn't.
Everyone knows what crazy people look
We didn't get the good
So-
audio
like.
on
And
this
in that
on
moment,
this ending
she
though,
thought
so
to
this is a good
herself
chance to
how
get the
lucky
audio.
she was to be normal.
So
I am sane. I am in control of my mind.
yeah,
I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day.
Seeing a
The
dead
very
guy
important
tends to make people
whose
feel better.
impressions of
And then
her
she
would
stopped
affect her
caring.
career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
all right.
Okay.
So stop it there, and we will pick up next time. I didn't expect it to be a part 3, but there will be a part 3 of this. So
Yep.
thanks for watching.
And who knows, there may be a part 4, 5, 6, and all the way up to 427.
Possibly. All right. Thanks for watching.
Yes. Bye.